The average American household spends over $1,200 a year on everyday items, kitchen tools, cleaning supplies, personal care products, outdoor gear that are available at a fraction of the price at Dollar Tree. $1,200. Gone. On stuff you could have grabbed for $1.25. Now here's what I want you to consider. What if 13 specific items available at Dollar Tree right now, this May 2026, could put a real dent in that number? And what if one of those items came with a warning most haul channels never give you? That's what this video is. Not just a list, a shopping strategy. I'm going to walk you through 13 verified finds at Dollar Tree this month, give you the honest price comparisons, call out the one item you should absolutely skip, and somewhere in the middle of this video, I'm going to share something about how Dollar Tree has quietly changed its pricing model that most shoppers still haven't noticed, and it affects every single purchase you make in that store. If you shop Dollar Tree regularly, or you haven't been in a while and you're wondering whether it's still worth your time, this video is for you. And if you want to see these kinds of breakdowns every single month, hit that subscribe button right now, because I do this consistently, I verify the comparisons, and I will never waste your time recommending something that isn't genuinely worth your money. By the way, stick around for item 9. What Dollar Tree is now doing in the beauty and skincare aisle is something I genuinely did not expect to be standing there reading ingredient labels about. But here we are, and you'll want to know this before you shop. Let's get into it. Item 1. The color-changing egg timer. The $5.75 you'll never spend again. We start in the kitchen, and we start with something that sounds almost too basic to mention, but the math is too good to skip. Dollar Tree is selling a color-changing analog egg timer right now for $1.25. This is a Dollar Tree May 2026 kitchen find I want you to pay attention to, because the name brand equivalent on Amazon runs around $7. That's an 82% saving on a kitchen staple. Now here's what most people don't know about these analog color change timers. The color shift isn't just a novelty. It's actually a more intuitive form of passive monitoring than a digital countdown, because your peripheral vision picks up color change more reliably than it reads numbers. Professional kitchens have used color-coded visual cues for timing and temperature for decades. This is the same principle, packaged for $1.25. The designs Minnie Mouse, Garfield, SpongeBob are cheerful. Maybe a little loud for a minimalist kitchen. But if you're cooking with kids around, or you're someone who tends to forget there's something on the stove, the visual reminder is genuinely useful. Pro tip, place this near the back of your stovetop rather than the counter. The elevated position means you'll catch the color change even when you're moving around the kitchen, not just when you're standing still staring at it. $1.25 versus $7. That's $5.75 back in your pocket before we've even gotten to item 2. And if you're already upgrading your kitchen game this month, the next find pairs perfectly with everything you already have in your pantry. Item 2. The pickle fork. The jar tool you didn't know was missing from your life. $1.25. That's what Dollar Tree is charging for something I didn't realize I needed until I saw it. An ingenious little pickle fork designed to let you reach into jars of olives, pickles, or anything else that requires precision extraction without turning the whole jar into a splash zone. Now I know what you're thinking. You have a regular fork. You've been making it work. I understand. But here's what most people don't realize about using a standard fork in brine-filled jars. The acidity in pickle and olive brine, typically vinegar-based, with a pH between 3.5 and 4, can cause micro-corrosion on standard metal utensils over time, especially if they're not food-grade stainless steel. And beyond the equipment issue, that brine is your preservation system. Every time you introduce a contaminated utensil, you're potentially shortening the shelf life of the entire jar. A dedicated tool, designed for this purpose, food-safe, narrow enough to navigate the jar cleanly, solves all of that for $1.25. Pro tip, this thing is not just for pickles and olives. It works brilliantly for capers, pepperoncini, maraschino cherries, or any jar where the opening is narrower than your hand. If you entertain even occasionally, this earns its space in a drawer immediately. Specialty kitchen stores sell dedicated jar utensils for $8 to $12. At $1.25, you're looking at roughly a 90% saving. Oh, and before we move on, stick around for item 9. I will be standing in the Dollar Tree beauty aisle explaining why I am reading ingredient lists on a $1.25 retinol cream. And it's actually important. Don't skip it. Now let's step outside, because the next item is perfectly timed for the season we are absolutely barreling toward. Item 3. Bug repelling fans. The $5 science you didn't know was working. It's almost summer, which means it's almost bug season, which means any outdoor gathering you're planning, barbecue, picnic, pool party, is about to come with uninvited guests. Dollar Tree is selling bug repelling tabletop fans for $5. And before you assume this is just a regular fan with a marketing label slapped on it, let me explain the actual mechanism here, because it's more interesting than you'd think. These fans use holographic or iridescent spinning blades that, at speed, create a visual disruption pattern. It's not magic. It's the same reason certain bird deterrents use reflective surfaces. Flying insects, particularly flies and mosquitoes, are wired to respond to specific visual frequency patterns. The spinning blade pattern triggers that response. Is it 100% effective? No. But it meaningfully reduces fly and insect activity around food without chemicals, noise, or anything you'd have to wash off your hands afterward. Comparable units with similar holographic blade designs run $15 to $25 online. At $5, this is one of the best seasonal value items I've seen in Dollar Tree this month. Pro tip: don't place it in the center of the table. Position one fan near each end. The overlapping visual disruption fields give you significantly better coverage. If your outdoor setup is getting a serious upgrade this month, the next item ties the whole kitchen experience together. Item 4. The strainer scoop. The kitchen tool that looks like a lacrosse stick. I want to acknowledge something immediately. The first time I picked up Dollar Tree's new strainer scoop, I thought I had accidentally wandered into the sporting goods section. This thing genuinely resembles a small lacrosse stick. Bright red or green, large mesh head, long handle. But here's what it actually is: one of the most useful single-purpose kitchen tools you can own. At $1.25. The strainer scoop is designed for draining canned vegetables, scooping pasta, lifting blanched greens, or fishing dumplings and gnocchi out of boiling water, with minimal effort and minimal mess. And here's the detail most people miss about this tool. Because the scoop makes minimal contact with whatever you're cooking, you're lifting, not clamping, not gripping, there's less surface area to clean afterward. Less contact means less residue. And for anyone who does dishes by hand, the cumulative time you save over weeks and months by not scrubbing the inside of a colander every night. OXO's version of this tool runs around $10. Dollar Tree's version is $1.25. That's an 87% saving. Now, before we get to item 5, I want to pause the product list for just a moment. Because there's something about how Dollar Tree has structured its pricing right now that most shoppers don't know, and it changes how you should approach the 3-tire secret. How Dollar Tree's pricing actually works now. Here's something I think is genuinely worth 2 minutes of your time, because it's going to make every Dollar Tree trip you take more strategic. Dollar Tree used to be simple. Everything was $1. Then it went to $1.25. Fine. That's still the sweet spot. That's still where the best value lives. But at some point over the last couple of years, Dollar Tree quietly introduced what they call the Dollar Tree Plus section, and now you'll regularly find items priced at $3, $5. Now here's the critical thing. That Plus section isn't automatically bad. Some of those items, and we'll see this later with the metal folding table, are genuinely excellent value even at $15. But some of them are not. And without a quick price check, you won't know which is which. Dollar Tree's strategic shift toward higher price points is a documented part of their corporate repositioning. They've been explicit about it in earnings calls and investor communications. The goal is to expand the basket size per customer visit, which is great for Dollar Tree. But it means the reflexive assumption that everything in the store is a great deal, which was almost always true at $1, no longer holds. My rule, and I want you to have this in your toolkit, is what I call the 3-second scan. Any item priced at $3 or above, before it goes in your cart, pull out your phone, open Amazon, and search for it. Takes 3 seconds. In this video, I'll flag when an item clears that test and when it doesn't. Because one item on today's list absolutely does not clear that test. And I'll tell you exactly which one it is before this video ends. Now back to the product. And we've got some genuinely good ones coming. Item 5. Silicone lids. The splatter guard that has a secret second job. I'm going to be honest with you. When I first picked up one of these 7-inch heat-resistant silicone lids at $1.25, I thought, okay, fine, splatter guard, I get it. Useful enough. Then someone told me the second thing these do, and I felt like I had been living in the dark. Place it over the top of any jar, a pickle jar, a pasta sauce jar, a salsa jar, and twist. The silicone's grip on the metal lid is remarkably effective. This thing doubles as a jar opener. At $1.25, you are getting 2 kitchen tools for the price of 1. Name brand silicone covers, the kind you'd find from OXO or similar brands at a kitchen store, run $8 to $12 for a single lid. That's up to a 90% saving before you even factor in the jar opener bonus. The heat resistance matters too. These are rated for microwave use, which means you can cover a bowl, reheat, remove, and your microwave stays clean. And if you've ever spent 10 minutes scrubbing the inside of a microwave after a soup explosion, you already understand exactly what I'm talking about. Pro tip, keep one of these near the sink, not the stove. That's where you'll use the jar opener function most, right when you're actually trying to cook, and that lid won't budge. Let's keep moving. The next item tackles a problem that costs the average household real money every single year. Item 6. The Bread Keeper. The $3 Freshness Vault. The average American household wastes nearly $1,500 worth of food every year. And while that number covers everything from forgotten leftovers to expired condiments, bread is consistently one of the top 5 wasted food items. Because most of us are storing it wrong. Dollar Tree is selling a hard-sided bread keeper with a lid for $3. Fits a full loaf. Airtight enough to meaningfully extend freshness. And at $3 versus $10 to $15 for an OXO or similar bread box at Target, it's an easy win. But here's what I want you to know that the packaging won't tell you. Most plastic bread bags, the ones the bread comes in from the store, actually trap moisture against the surface of the bread, which accelerates mold growth. The inside of the bag sweats. The bread absorbs that moisture. And within 2 or 3 days, you've got soft, sticky bread that's heading toward mold faster than it should. A hard container with a loose seal creates a different environment, drier, more stable, with less condensation. And here's a pro tip that takes this even further. Drop a small piece of dry paper towel inside the container alongside the bread. It absorbs any excess ambient moisture and can add another 2 to 3 days of freshness to a standard loaf. $3. Paper towel. 2 to 3 extra days of bread. That's genuinely useful. Now we're about halfway through this list, and I want to flag something. We're coming up on the section of this video I've been genuinely looking forward to, the beauty and skincare aisle. And there's a thing happening there that almost no haul channel is addressing. I want to make sure you have the information before you shop. So stay with me. But first, let's talk about staying cool this summer. Item 7. The Rechargeable Neck Fan. The $5 that beats a $20. Personal cooling devices have had a moment. And I mean that genuinely. The wearable personal fan category has exploded over the last 2 summers, with prices on Amazon ranging from $15 on the low end. Dollar Tree has a rechargeable neck fan for $5. Now here's the thing most people don't check when they buy a budget neck fan, and it's costing them comfort. The relevant specification isn't the number of speed settings. It's airflow volume, measured in CFM or cubic feet per minute. A lot of budget fans advertise 3 or 4 speed settings, but the difference between the settings is mostly noise, not airflow. You're not actually feeling more wind, you're just hearing more motor. Before you dismiss any fan as weak, test it this way. Hold your hand about 6 inches from the fan head and feel for consistent directional airflow. If the air feels scattered and diffuse, the CFM is low regardless of what speed you're on. At $5, I'm not going to pretend the airflow rivals a $40 unit. But for a summer barbecue, a walk, a sports event, or anywhere you need hands-free cooling without breaking a sweat on your wallet, this is absolutely worth $5. Pro tip: charge it the night before any outdoor event. These budget units typically run 3 to 4 hours on a full charge, which is enough for most outdoor occasions. Alright, we've covered 7 items now, and before we move on, I want to do something I think is actually worth a minute of your time. The savings scoreboard. Let's add this up, because I think when you see it as a number, it lands differently than when it's just a list of price comparisons. Egg timer, you saved $5.75. Pickle fork, you saved $7 to $11 versus a specialty kitchen store. Bug fan, you saved $10 to $20. Strainer scoop, you saved $8.75. Silicone lid, you saved $7 to $11. Bread keeper, you saved $7 to $12. Neck fan, you saved $13 to $20. Conservatively, that's somewhere between $58 and $79 saved on 7 items. Best case, you're approaching $80. That is a tank of gas, or 2 weeks of streaming subscriptions, or most of a grocery run, from 7 items at a dollar store. And we've got 6 more items to go. Now, I want to ask you something. Scroll down right now without leaving the video, I promise this is quick, and drop a $sign in the comments for every item on this list you're planning to buy this month. $1 per item. I'm genuinely curious how many people are hitting double digits by the end of this video. Okay, 6 items left. And the next one, the STP oil treatment, is a deal I've genuinely never seen this low inside a Dollar Tree before. Item 8. STP oil treatment. The price drop you need to know about. This one requires a little context. Most Dollar Tree price changes are slow and unannounced. Products go up gradually. You don't notice until you're already at the register. What I'm about to tell you is the opposite. And it's rare. STP oil treatment, a well-regarded brand in automotive care, one that's been around for decades, typically sells at Dollar Tree for $4. I scanned it on my visit. It's currently $1.50. That is a 62% price drop on a name brand automotive product. And I want to be clear, this was verified via in-store scanner, not guesswork. Now here's what most people don't know about oil treatments, and who actually needs them most. If you drive a vehicle that's 8 years old or newer, your engine oil is probably handling its job fine. But if your car is older than that, and a significant portion of American vehicles on the road right now are well over a decade old, oil breakdown happens faster, and the friction protection your engine depends on degrades more quickly between oil changes. An oil treatment added at your next oil change helps restore that protective film. It's not a replacement for fresh oil, but for a car with 100,000 plus miles, it's genuinely useful, not just a marketing product. Pro tip: buy 2 or 3 while this price holds. Sealed oil additives have a shelf life of 5 or more years. At $1.50 each, you could stock up for 2 or 3 oil changes at the price of a single can elsewhere. Price drops like this don't last. When the inventory clears, it resets. Now let's go somewhere completely different. Because we are heading to the beauty aisle, and I have been waiting to talk about this since the beginning of the video. Item 9. Korean skincare serums plus retinol cream. The beauty aisle just changed. Dollar Tree now sells Korean skincare. Let me say that again because I want it to land. You can walk into Dollar Tree in May 2026 and pick up a hyaluronic acid serum, a collagen and peptide serum, and an overnight retinol cream for $1.25 each. The retinol cream in particular is a fairly direct tribute, visually and functionally, to a similarly packaged cream from L'Oreal that retails for around $30 at Target. At $1.25, that's a 96% price difference. Now, this is where I want to slow down and give you something that most haul videos skip entirely. Because when we're talking about skincare, especially active ingredients like retinol and hyaluronic acid, the price difference between a $1 product and a $30 product matters less than what's actually in the bottle. Here is what I want you to check before applying any dupe skincare product to your face. First, look at the ingredient list. Ingredients are listed in order of concentration, highest to lowest. If alcohol, specifically SD alcohol, denatured alcohol, or isopropyl alcohol appears in the first 5 ingredients, That product may be more drying than hydrating, which is the opposite of what a serum should do for most skin types. Second, fragrance. If fragrance or parfum appears on a retinol product, be cautious. Retinol already increases photosensitivity and skin sensitivity. Fragrance compounds in the same formula can amplify that irritation significantly, especially for sensitive skin. Third, patch test. Always. I don't care if the product costs $1.25 or $125. Inner arm, 24 hours before applying anything new to your face. This isn't being overly cautious. This is just how skincare works. The hyaluronic acid serum and collagen peptide serum are lower-risk active ingredients. They're hydrating rather than exfoliating, so the threshold for a reaction is lower. But the retinol is worth checking carefully before you go to sleep with it on your face. At $1.25, the upside here is real. The savings are real. Just be an informed consumer about it. That's all I'm asking. Item 10. Clay Max, Jelly Max, and Peel Off Max. The $3.75 spa night. A full spa night for under $4. That math is worth exploring. Dollar Tree has clay masks, jelly masks, in rose and a chilled version, and charcoal. Pick 3 and you've got a complete facial treatment sequence for $3.75. Versus a $30 to $50 spa experience. Or a $15 to $20 set from a drugstore brand. Now before we go further, I want to add one more thing from the dupe danger zone I mentioned during the skincare segment, because clay masks specifically carry a detail worth knowing. Bentonite clay, which is what the bentonite clay mask here uses, should not come into contact with metal during mixing or application. The clay has a strong negative ionic charge and can react with metal ions, potentially introducing trace metals into the product you then apply to your skin. Use plastic or wooden utensils if you're mixing it with water or apple cider vinegar for a stronger consistency. This isn't unique to Dollar Tree's version. It applies to every bentonite product, including the premium brands. Pro tip on sequencing. If you're doing a multi-mask spa night, run the clay mask first. Clay extracts and draws impurities to the surface. Follow it immediately with the hydrating jelly mask. The jelly layer replenishes what the clay pulled out, seals in moisture, and leaves your skin in a better position than either mask would alone. This is the same two-step approach used in higher-end facial treatments. That's $4 of skincare doing the work of a $40 treatment. And now you know exactly how to maximize it. Stick with me, we've got 3 items left, and the last one is the one that genuinely surprised me most this month. Item 11. Graduation gear plus Mother's Day finds. 2 occasions. 1 stop. May is a 2-occasion month. Graduation and Mother's Day. And if you're buying for both, which many of us are, Dollar Tree is legitimately your most efficient first stop. Let's start with graduation. Diploma frames that look both professional and impressive at Dollar Tree prices. Graduation balloons at $5, all the letters plus extras in a 3-foot display. Glittery grad year signs. Stackable 12x12 gift boxes at $5 for a well-deserved center of attention presentation moment. And here is the detail I find genuinely interesting. The diploma frame costs less than the graduation balloons. I find something almost poetic about that. Now Mother's Day. Dollar Tree has handmade-style Mother's Day cards at $1.50 that genuinely resemble what you'd pay $6 for at Walmart or Target. That is a 75% saving on a card. A card that your mom will keep, or recycle or use as a bookmark, with roughly the same probability regardless of whether you paid $1.50 or $6 for it. The jumbo poster board size cards at $3 are best designed for group messages, a classroom, an office, a group of siblings, far more cost-effective than passing around a single Hallmark. Now here is my favorite gift hack for this month, and it doesn't cost much. The Mother's Day photo album at $1.50 holds 24 4x6 photos. I regularly share coupon codes for free photo prints from Walgreens and CVS in my email newsletter, so if you're subscribed, check your inbox. If you're not, the link is below. A filled photo album, personalized, printed, and wrapped, made entirely from Dollar Tree supplies, genuinely feels like a $40 gift. It costs you under $5 and about 20 minutes of your time. That is the kind of creative resource efficiency I think about. Stay with me, because the last two items are the ones I genuinely didn't see coming this month. Item 12. The Outdoor and Summer Stack. The backyard upgrade that costs less than you think. Summer entertaining used to require a trip to Walmart, a full cart, and a receipt that made you wince. Dollar Tree has quietly assembled one of the most comprehensive outdoor product selections I've seen in that store, and this month's selection is legitimately impressive. Polygon planters at $1.50 with a contemporary clean design that honestly looks like something from a Crate and Barrel catalog. More rustic summer-themed planters at the same price. An inflatable buffet cooler, a literal ice-ready table topper for $5. A large oval tub at $6 that doubles as an indoor storage solution if outdoor entertaining. Swimsuit sacks at $5 in 3 designs that are waterproof and genuinely useful for the pool bag situation. Sequined Americana hats at $3. And the Snackle Box USA, compartments that actually spell out USA in BPA-free packaging at $3. But I want to spend a moment on the item that genuinely surprised me most in this category. The metal folding table. $15. I know. I saw that price tag from 10 feet away and felt my pulse spike. And then I went over and actually picked it up. Comparable metal folding tables, not card tables, actual metal folding tables, run $35 to $45 at Walmart and Target. This one, at $15, is sturdy, well-constructed, and represents a $20 to $30 saving on a single item. This is a case where the Dollar Tree Plus pricing is absolutely justified. The 3-second scan clears this one completely. Also, the 4-pack of rubber car mats for $10. 4 mats for $10. I initially read that as $10 per mat and nearly had a moment. Read the label before you react. And the Sterilite crates at $5 each. The design looks like a Connect 4 board, which I appreciate. My personal setup: 1 crate for reusable shopping bags, 1 for emergency car supplies. It keeps the trunk organized and everything accessible without digging. The outdoor section is strong this month. Stock levels on the glass bottles and some of the seasonal decor items are already running low at a lot of locations, so if something in this category catches your eye, I wouldn't wait. 1 item left. And it's the one I saved on purpose. Item 13. The Wildcard finds. Snackle box, crossbow, camera cup, and the item I can't believe is real. Every great Dollar Tree haul has at least one moment where you stop mid-aisle and just stand there, holding something, wondering about the decisions that led you to this exact moment in your life. This month we have several of those moments. Let me walk you through them. First, the USA Snackle Box. $3, BPA-free, compartments that spell out USA. Now here's the context most people don't have. Snackle boxes, divided snack containers designed for portioning and on-the-go organization, have been one of the top trending organizational items on TikTok and Pinterest for the last 18 months. Branded versions from companies like Sistema or OXO run $12 to $18 on Amazon. Dollar Tree's version is $3 in BPA-free packaging, with patriotic compartment labels for the summer holidays. And the Snackle Box has range. It is not just for snacks. Use it as a craft supply organizer, a bead sorter, a pill and vitamin organizer for travel, a hardware organizer for small screws and nails. Anyone who has small children knows the particular chaos of loose Lego pieces, and the Snackle Box solves that in a satisfying and organized way. Next, the outdoor crossbow. 6 darts included. Clearly a Nerf-inspired product. Clearly going to be the most popular item in any household with a child between 5 and 11. Moving on. The camera-themed popsicle drink cups, where you fill it up through the lens, are design forward in a way I find genuinely delightful. These are the kind of product that generates a photo, a share, and a "where did you get that?", which is the exact social currency that makes a product feel worth more than its price tag. And then, the booger wipes. A 30-count pack of children's booger wipes. For $1.25. I spent more time than I am comfortable admitting reading the packaging on these. They are real. They are legitimately designed for exactly the purpose the name implies. And as a parent, I cannot tell you they're not useful. I can only tell you that I was not emotionally prepared to be recommending them in a YouTube video. $25. 30 count. Life is full of surprises. Alright. We've got 13 items covered. Let's bring this home. Before I let you go, let's run the full numbers. Because this is the part most haul videos skip, and I think it matters. Across the 13 items we covered today, comparing Dollar Tree prices to their nearest equivalent at Amazon, Walmart, or Target, you are looking at a potential savings range of 90 to 1, depending on which items you buy and how many of each. That is not nothing. That is a legitimate contribution to a monthly budget, made by spending maybe 20 minutes and $30 inside a Dollar Tree. Now, before you go, one item that did not make the list for a reason. The outdoor quad chair. $10 at Dollar Tree. I checked, and you can get the exact same chair at Walmart for less. That is the one item on today's haul where Dollar Tree does not win the price comparison. Skip the chair. Get everything else. Now here's what I want from you. Scroll down right now and drop a $sign in the comments for every item on this list you're adding to your cart this month. $1 per item. If you're getting all 13, drop $13 signs. I want to see what's resonating and what I should be covering more of. If you've been watching this channel for a while, you know I do this every month. Every month I go in, I verify the prices, I compare them, and I give you an honest read, including when something isn't worth your money. If that's valuable to you, hit the subscribe button now. It's the single best way to make sure you never miss one of these. And one last thing. Next week I'm going to Dollar General, and I've already done a preview run. I found 3 items that, and I say this with full awareness of what I just covered today, beat everything on this list on pure price per value. At least 2 of them I didn't see coming. You will not want to miss that one. I'll see you there. Thank you for watching. I genuinely appreciate every single one of you.